I am pleased to rise today on behalf of the constituents of Labrador West. I am one of 4 members of the House of Assembly who represent the diverse and distinct area of the province known as the Big Land. It is my intent during my brief response today to highlight some of the great initiatives in Labrador that will contribute significantly to the sustainability of our province. And under the leadership of our Premier, who is also the Minister for Labrador and Indigenous Affairs, reconciliation with Indigenous people is a priority. Last year, our government convened the first provincial Indigenous Roundtable with representatives of Indigenous governments, women's groups, and friendship centres. And we will be holding a second Indigenous Roundtable later this year. Our government is working to ensure that future generations will grow in the spirit of reconciliation. And as mentioned in the speech from the throne, our government will offer our own apology to residential school survivors. Mr. Speaker, when it comes to tourism, our future is bright. And there are big opportunities in the Big Land. Labrador's beautiful landscapes and vast wilderness made it an incredible destination for tourists. Labrador was also the only Canadian destination to make National Geographic magazine's Place to Visit in 2018. And as the Trans-Labrador Highway is more developed each year, access to the untapped and beautiful interior of Labrador becomes more achievable. Transportation remains a critical focus for the development of Labrador. Our government is proud to proceed with the completion of the Trans-Labrador Highway. We will not stop until all sections of the Trans-Labrador Highway are paved from the Quebec border in the south to the Quebec border in the west. Hear, hear. And until we have a year-round road connection to the Inuit communities in the Natsiavut and the Innu of Natwashish, we will continue to ensure that they receive the best marine service that they rightly deserve. And we will also continue to support safe winter trails, access to isolated Labrador communities to the Labrador Transportation Grooming Subsidy. Mr. Speaker, we certainly cannot forget the benefits of our mining industry. I am pleased that a new mineral strategy will be developed for the province in consultation with the mining industry stakeholders to identify new opportunities and guide future growth. To the rich nickel deposits of Voisey's Bay in the Natsiavut, to the potential of rare earth minerals in southeastern Labrador, Labrador is poised to capitalize on both of those existing and emerging developments. Mr. Speaker, I was born and raised in Labrador, and it is an honor for me here today to serve the residents of Labrador West as their MHA, and I take it very seriously. The improvements I have seen since we formed government is undeniable. Hear, hear. Under the leadership of our Premier, hear, hear. Labrador has flourished and continues to be a major economic driver for this province. But, Mr. Speaker, our greatest resource is our people. Hear, hear. And the diversity of the 27,000 souls we have in Labrador. The Innu of the Innu Nation, the Inuit of the Natsiavut, the Southern Inuit of Nunatuvavut, the settler, and yes, Mr. Speaker, the immigrant, are all part of the fabric that make us so proud to call Labrador home. And if we are to be successful on the way forward, it is then our duty to ensure that the diversity of our people is an opportunity and not a barrier. That is our hope for the future. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.